guys, what's happening? It's Ike from Flipside Music, and welcome to What the F.A.Q. Season 2, Episode 9 of the Extravaganza Question
and Answer
Show
of the century.
Sweeping the Nation.
At the Great American Guitar Store.
The Great American... Right here, Flipside Music, the Great American Guitar Store. That's what Matt at Texas Toast keeps calling us, and I think we should figure out how to make that a thing. We're going to make that a thing. Maybe we got to make a shirt out of it.
We should do
once we get the other shirt done.
We could do that. Could be maybe our 50s one or something.
Yeah, that could be
kind of or even do it like what the weird random amazing things that you run across when you're driving, like the biggest thimble and those types of things.
Yeah, the largest,
try to make it
largest ball of twine.
Yeah, try to make it a theme like that kind of T-shirt. I don't know.
Yeah, Route 66 style.
Yeah, something like that.
Be like Route 420. It's Colorado.
Actually, that would work. Yeah.
Yeah. Route
Stick a bunch of subtle stuff in there, or semi-subtle.
we can figure all that stuff out. We do have an illustrator now, so we can do some illustrations. Some of our ideas can come to light, and some more of them, I guess.
Yeah.
Sooner, so that'll be pretty good.
It'll be get more of those going.
Yeah. All right, so we'll just get started. I'm Mike. That's Dylan. We'll get started with the question and answer portion of the show.
Yeah.
He's the version of the show. All right, go ahead.
All right, Mr. Colin James, have you guys got a Reverend Manta Ray 390 in? And if so, what are your thoughts? We don't, but the 390 is kind of a staple here, just the 390 in general anyway.
Yes.
So I can't imagine the Manta Ray is not awesome.
Right. Is the Manta Ray is
like the
semi-hollow, yeah. Well, I mean, the regular 390 is...
Yeah.
That's one of our best sellers. The orange 390 is probably one of the ones we sell the most of. It's a great guitar. I mean, it sounds great. It does the Strat thing. Yeah, it's like a fattier Strat.
Well, it does, because I almost feel like it even does some of those classic, almost like the P90 SG kind of thing too. Just because the cream is a little lighter than the mahogany. I don't know. I just feel like it's a little brighter too, so you get more like that P90.
A little bit more of that bite.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't imagine it wouldn't be any of the semi-hollow. Well, I guess we've only really had the one semi-hollow model, but that one's always been pretty awesome. So I mean, I can't imagine the Manta Ray is not great. We just got in like a dozen or so new Reverends. So yeah, we're actually stocked up pretty good. I think we're sitting around 17 or so right now. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. That the Venetian Gold one is pretty killer. The Flying V, really like
the Volcano. Sorry,
I know I'm pointing off screen. I don't know what color is that one.
It's
because it's almost like aquamarine or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. The Violent Brown, though, HB, is awesome.
Yeah, it's cool, too. It has a little bit of a red ale color to it, too, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of cool Reverends in. I love that purple Sensei RA, HBRA. HBRA.
Yeah, that one's a good one. All right, Ivan Carter.
Ivan Carter.
He actually has a T-shirt.
Just bought a T-shirt.
Yeah,
thanks, dude.
Yep, it's on its way.
Much appreciated.
He asks. Oh, he says, "Hey, Dylan, cool hat. What brand is it?" There's a local shop called Goorin Brothers. Goorin, I believe is how you spell it. But anyway, I don't know if they're a chain or not. But like Larry there, I don't know his last name. Goorin? Most people. Well, possibly. I guess it could be.
Yeah, it could be.
But he actually used to be the drummer for Colfax Speed Queen.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and but anyway, he runs the shop there, and I actually went in originally for a bowler, and they were out of them. But he had the bowler bottom with the pinch top, and so this ended up being the one I settled on for now.
Kind of it's almost pork pie.
Yeah, so it's half.
It's a half a pork pie.
Yeah,
half a
bowler with because the upturned brim.
Well, no, the other one is the fedora.
Sort of.
So
it's
a little fedora.
It's
a porky fedora.
Pork fedora.
That's my new band name, Pork Fedora.
Pork fedora bowler.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
You're like, wow, what are those guys smoking? And they came up with that name.
It'd probably work. It kind of
Pork Fedora too.
It clumsily rolls out of the tongue.
Exactly.
Who's that?
I don't know.
He's
probably not looking for us.
All right. Yeah, Goorin Brothers. Mr. Coombs, our preferred Canadian YouTuber. It's a great show as always, guys. My question is, do you have a preferred brand for replacement power tubes?
Tongue Sol.
Tongue Sol are solid. I like the JJ stuff if you get them from the Eurotubes guy because he has a pretty thorough testing process, so he kind of weeds out any of the bad ones. So yeah, if you get JJs through the Eurotubes guy, I like those. They're pretty neutral. Kind of the Tongue Sols are a little more neutral that way too.
Yeah, that's kind of where I go.
Yeah,
Mullard for preamp.
Yeah,
and then Mullard for preamp and Tongue Sol for power is where I'm.
Yeah, and even I even do a mix of the preamp with Mullard and Tongue Sol because the Tongue Sols, like if you put them towards the end, they're not quite as high output as like the Mullards would be. So the signal's a little bit like for like your reverb stage and all that, it's good. But yeah,
cool.
Probably yeah, Tongue Sol, JJs,
and
Mullards.
We do carry some of that stuff. We've been starting to stock up on tubes because people are asking
for
us.
it.
So.
Yeah. All right, I guess you want to read Professor Chaos's.
Okay, Professor Chaos. The Area 51 raid is today. That's actually a few days ago. What are some of the favorite experimental odd guitar pedals that you guys like? So he did mention the Rainbow Machine. I think that one's a pretty cool one.
Yeah, that one's definitely up there. I actually really liked the Hydra from Maris. That was a cool one.
You done stole my shit.
Wow, that was the one you were gonna go.
Yeah, I was going with that.
I
like the Hydra, but the Mercury 7's cool. The Enzo's pretty cool.
Actually, the Enzo's really cool. Yeah.
Enzo's really good.
Actually, everything Maris does is pretty cool.
Yeah, they make some pretty awesome stuff. If you start getting really odd and I don't know, that's really not in my wheelhouse. But I'm looking around trying to figure out what the hell.
Well, even the Chase Bliss stuff, you can get pretty weird if you want to. Like, you can do anything from modest to weird with those. So, those are kind of, you get what you get. I
like the Warp Vinyl.
Yeah.
From Chase Bliss. That's cool, yeah. I like the one, the cat with the laser eyeballs.
Oh,
it's really just
Destroyer, or not the Destroyer. Which, yeah. Oh.
It's really F. But,
clip of David Lee Roth in there.
Yeah. Sorry. That's the noise we should use for all the F-bombs.
No, just yeah.
So I think that's it. I mean, there's not a lot of.
Well, those
are some of the top ones.
Neither of us really. I mean, there's definitely ones that are fun to experiment with, but none of us really end up going strictly with those.
Okay, we got to get through this stuff. They're beating down the doors over here.
We still got 5 minutes.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Terry Starks. Oh shit, he's been in the hospital.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, I hope you're okay, man.
Yeah, dude.
He says he really wants to support LPD and us. So he was wondering if there was an overdrive that would give his Mesa Mark 525 a different tone that he can't really get out of the amp. In that case, I was gonna say what we currently got from him. Then I was the fuzz would probably be the main one. That's obviously something the amp can't do on its own. The other ones, I feel like the crunch channel on the Mesa is gonna be pretty. It's going to hit some of those similar flavors. Maybe the 87. I mean, the Mark doesn't necessarily do just the straight up JCM tone.
Right.
So maybe that one, but the other two you could definitely get out of the crunch channel on the Mesa. So I would say the fuzz then, and his fuzz has got a pretty good variety to it. So
we're going to get killed here. There's already a bunch of people clamoring at the door. Okay, which isn't a bad thing. I am not complaining.
Yeah.
All right, so. Cullen James says bad movies because we did mention one of
your love of terrible movies.
My love of terrible movies last week. If you haven't watched it yet, go see The Naked Monster or watch The Naked Monster. It's pretty awesome. There's no nakedness in it. Well, yes, there is in the middle part. It's just gratuitous. But the movie is pretty awful and it's pretty awesomely awful. Okay, so The Lost Skeleton of Cadavra. Okay,
I feel like I've heard of that one, but I can't say I've seen it.
He said it's from the early 2000s, and it's purposefully made to look like a 50s sci-fi B movie, which is awesome. I will check that out.
Yeah.
For sure, because I love terrible movies. The other one that's really good to watch, which is awfully awful, is Space Boobs from Space. It is awesomely terrible. Yeah. Space Boobs from Space. Fantastically awesome. Because it's you just know that they're filming it in like a parking, like I just feel like it's in a field, it's in a field on one side.
Yeah.
And like literally if you turn the camera around, it's probably like right across the street from like a 7-Eleven or some gas and sip or some shit, and like just in nowhere.
Some random open field.
Yeah, somewhere in California. It's terrible. So, I think that's it. We only had a few questions. It's pretty quick.
Hopefully we can splice the two together since we had the weird interruption. But
yeah, sorry about that. I'll make that work. With the power of movie magic.
Fusion.
So that's it. Please like us, subscribe, tell all your friends, tell your grandmother. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Hit the like button, hit the little bell, do the thing, and we'll catch you guys next week right here on the Flip Side.
You're on the Dr. Phil show. A problem is that you're into yourself, that you flirt with girls, that you're not plugged into your marriage. You're in the green room hitting on my staff. What the hell are you thinking?